Hello everybody, welcome to Vedantu J English. I'm Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher. So everybody do let me know in the chat box if I'm really visible and audible to all of you. And we are going to do top 35 questions. So I have picked up I would say different questions. There are some questions that are of also JEE advanced level, right? So definitely one thing is that chemistry paper of Jan attempt was definitely difficult, right? And that is the reason, right, we are doing this particular session here, right? Because I want you guys to save your April attempt, right? And this particular session, you are going to see what kind of questions they have asked from each attempt, right? That were little tricky, some may be lengthy, some may be tricky, some may be different, new pattern questions. So everything we are going to do today, right? So you will not see the solution of these questions on YouTube as of now, right now no one has done this before this session, right? We are the first ones solving these questions in front of you, and we'll see that what exactly they have asked, so that you can be properly prepared, because chemistry was indeed little on the tougher side, right? So now when I was seeing the memory based questions, right, even I was thinking how come chemistry is difficult, because those difficult questions students were not able to tell that what exactly was there. But now as I have gone through all the questions here, then I can definitely say yes, chemistry paper was tough. In some shifts there were really tricky questions here, right? Okay, so do let me know everybody. Do let me know everybody. Shall we start? Shall we start? Are you ready? Are you ready for the class? Let's see that what kind of questions they have asked you till now, and let's see that. Let's see everybody. So let's start from the first question here, right? This particular question they have asked in January attempt, right? January, obviously all of them are Jan attempt only, right? So this particular question they have asked in 21st Jan shift 1, right? So all the shifts and everything is written there. So let's discuss that. If you see this question over here, right, what you will see here, what you will see here in this question. Wait a minute, let me also just inform the other students here regarding this. Wait a minute. Yes. Okay, let me just inform our batch students as well to join in here, right? Done? Wait a minute, sigma. Wait a minute. Yes, I think because this is going to help every student out there, right? Whether it's even NEET aspirants, take hint from here, right? Because this actually will help you a lot, right? Okay, yes. So if I see the first question here, it says that for the reaction C, this reaction is given, and this is one of the most trickiest questions, I would say, right? This is one of those questions that I would say like students must have found it difficult or difficult to answer and all that. So if you see for the reaction N2O4 to 2NO2, the graph is plotted as shown below. Identify the correct statements here. So if you see this particular graph here, standard free energy change for the reaction. Guys, just give me a second. It's I'm not able to wear this jacket because now weather is changing. So it's very difficult to wear jackets and all, right? Okay, I think now it is fine, right? Now standard free energy change for the reactions is this. Now if you talk about this thing here, right, standard free energy change, that is actually given to be here, that is 5 point, because this is the initial and this is the final, and this E is the equilibrium state, right? From the graph, this is initial and this is final, and this E is the equilibrium state. So final minus initial is given to you, that is 5.40. So this is not minus, this should be positive here. So this is the incorrect statement here, right? Now let's talk about the B. As delta G in the graph is positive, N2O4 will not dissociate into NO2 at all, right? They are saying as delta G here is positive, so that means the delta G positive means it is a non-spontaneous reaction. So many of you must have marked this correct, but actually it is not correct. The answer being here, why it is not correct? Because delta G is positive here. So what exactly will do? No doubt delta G is positive, but this is the equilibrium state, right? It will have to go back to the equilibrium state here, and hence change in delta G will be there, right? Because equilibrium state is the stable state. No doubt the overall delta G is positive, but to get converted to its equilibrium state, that is the stable state, it will definitely change its delta G, and that surely means that N2O4 will be dissociated. So this is the incorrect statement, that it will not be dissociated, right? Third is, so this is not the correct statement, right? Third is reverse reaction will go to completion. Now what about the reverse reaction here? If I talk about the reverse reaction, that means this particular reaction will undergo completion. So this is also not correct here, that reverse reaction will undergo full completion here. So this is also not correct, because from this diagram what we can see is, from this diagram what we can see is this is forming a well-shaped curve here, right? So for a well-shaped curve, it is not like it will go to completion. That is incorrect. A well-shaped curve will never undergo incompletion, right? Firstly it will go here, then it will go here, so it will not be 100% associated anywhere, right? So we can say this is also not true. Then next is, when 1 mole of N2O4 changes into equilibrium mixture, delta G is minus 0.84 kilojoules. So let's talk about this part here. If I talk about this part here, guys, so see, if I say 1 mole of N2O4 changes into equilibrium, 1 mole of N2O4, okay, that means this changes into equilibrium mixture, that means this. That means I have to find from here to here, right? And here to here, if I see, right, now this delta G will be equals to minus of what is given to us, that is minus of, now what we have here, it will come out to be this only. I'll tell you how. Reason being, we want to calculate from here to here, right? From here to here, if I say the product, the reactant is more, see the difference is 0.84, so magnitude will remain the same. But why I'll put negative here? The reason being, because the final is more than, final is less than initial, right? And we know that if I say product is less than reactant, and it is always product minus reactant, that means product minus reactant will be negative, right? Because this point is lower, that is why I'll put minus here, and that is the reason. And this is your JEE Mains question, okay? The level has increased, so you must understand how to do these kind of questions, right? So that will be true. Now next is, when 2 moles of NO2 changes into equilibrium mixture, delta G for the equilibrium mixture is this. Now this is again very interesting. So if you see, when 2 moles of NO2 changes into equilibrium mixture, delta G for equilibrium mixture is minus 6.24 kilojoule per mole. Now in this case what we will see, this is actually 2 moles, they are saying 2 moles of NO2, that means the reverse of this exactly will happen, right? Now that means this is changing into equilibrium mixture. That means we are talking about delta G, G of B minus G of E. I'll add G of A and I'll subtract G of A, right? So I can see, I know the value of G of B to G of E. So what I'll do, G of B to G of E, I don't know. Yeah, G of B to E, you don't know. You know B to A, right? So you can say G of B minus G of A, right? And here you can say positive of, this is G of, you can say this will be G of A, positive of G of A, product minus reactant, you can write it here, G of A minus G of B, G of E. So basically what I am doing here, I need to calculate from NO2, that means this to this I want to calculate, this point to this point. So this point will be equals to, this whole point is equals to which thing? That is the addition of two things, right? Firstly, this thing here, right? Then this thing here, right? This thing is given to you, that is B to A product, it is 5.4, and that is going to be minus of 0.84, है ना? That is going to be the answer here. Yes, G of A minus G of B, right? Then you have G of E minus G of A, है ना? G of A minus G of B, wait a minute. G of A minus G of B, G of A minus G of E. Either way you can do. G of A minus B, this thing, na? A and B, have I written it here? This is A to B, right? This is actually equals to minus 5.4, right? So you can say minus 5.4, and that is going to be equals to 0.84, and you will add all of both of it. So what you will say, you will simply say that is equals to minus 5.4, and that will be minus minus of 8.84, and the answer will come out to be minus 6.24. So that means this is also the correct answer here, right? So what we have seen here, that we want to calculate this particular point here. So what I'll do, I'll add this, or you know, with simple diagram also you can solve this. 5.4 plus 0.84, that is 6.24. And why it is negative? Because right now we have product minus reactant, right? And that is the reason here it is going to be negative here, right? So that is the reason here it is going to be E is the correct answer. So answer is D and E are the correct options here, right? They are the correct statements here. So now let's see the next one here. If you see this question here, now here also some different kind of question they have asked you. So PbCl2 plus K2Cr2O4. Now what will be A, B and C? Now let's see that. So when you talk about this thing here displacement reaction will take place, and the answer for A is going to be PbCrO4, right? When PbCrO4 is reacted with NaOH here, the answer is going to be Na2. Na2 is also here, but this is also PbCr4, this is also PbCr4, and next answer will be, these two are not true. Here what you will have, Na2 PbOH4, right? This B will be, that is true, that is Na2 PbOH4, right? Okay. After that, when this is reacted with ammonium acetate, when PbSO4 is reacted with ammonium acetate, then what you will have? You will have the formation of PbCH3CO4 NH4 twice, right? So answer will be first is the correct answer. So these are directly factual based question, but these kind of reactions, you know, are considered as weird and tough only, right? Okay. So definitely this question was also tricky. Next question is, if you see this here, 80 milliliter, this I have solved in the memory based question as well, as it is same question I have solved there. So those who have seen my memory based question, right, they must know about this 80 milliliter of this. So we know that what exactly it is, HX, HY, this is X plus Y by 4, right? This is O2, which is equals to, right, which is equals to X of CO2, right? and this is Y by 2 of H2O. Now see this question here, what they have given you. They have given you 80 milliliter of hydrocarbon. That means initially the hydrocarbon is 80 milliliter, right? And here on mixing with 264 milliliter of oxygen. In the closed U tube, undergoes complete combustion. Complete combustion is there. The residual gases. Residual gases, that means after this is not a gas, this is a liquid, this is a gas, and this is a gas. Residual gases after cooling will be 224. Okay, after cooling the residual gases are 224. When the system is treated with KOH, now KOH, with KOH only this will react with KOH, right? This carbon dioxide will react with KOH. The volume decreases 264. That means we can say if 224 is of oxygen, the residual oxygen, you can say residual oxygen plus CO2, that is going to be 224, right? And we are saying that out of this, how much CO2 was there? CO2 was 64. Why CO2 was 64? Because they have given that with KOH this much, the volume decreased to this. This is not 64 then. If the volume is reduced to this, that means after taking out CO2 from here, the rest of the thing will be 64. That means the residual oxygen here was 64. Understood? See, what they are saying, in the beaker you have residual, the remaining oxygen, and you have carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, KOH will take away carbon dioxide. Now, for example, you have chocolates and you have toffees. Someone, we say in all in total 50 chocolates and toffees you have, right? But I am saying that now I have taken out chocolates from there. Remaining will be toffees. So now if I am saying I have taken out CO2, how much amount CO2 I have taken out, and the remaining will be 64. That means 64 plus CO2 evolved is equals to 224. That means volume of CO2 that was here, that was 224 minus 64, that is going to be 0, and 22 minus 6 is going to be 160. 456 है ना, 160 milliliter, right? That means after this reaction, right, the amount of CO2 that was there is 160, right? And that's why we can say, simply we can apply the mole concept here, and we can say that x by 1, here x mole is there, here 1 mole is there. Here how much amount of CO2 is released, that is 160, and here how much initial volume of this was there, that is 80, right? So I can say that, if I can say that this is stoichiometry only, right? I have just done 1 mole of this give x mole of this, then 80 milliliter will give this much. So I have just cross multiplied. A simple way of doing it is stoichiometry by stoichiometry. This is the volume divided by the volume here, right? So that I can say that x is coming out to be 2 here, right? So simple thing is x is coming out to be t, this 2, this is 2, this will be 0. This can be answered, this can be answered, this can be answered, right? Now what I'll do, everybody tell me. Now what we will do here, initial volume of, now see this thing, initial volume of this is 264, and how much has been remaining, that is 64 amount you have used. That means 200 milliliter you have used here, because remaining is 64, initial is 264, that means 200 milliliter you have used here. That means I can say this is 1 by, or you can say x plus y by 4 divided by 1, and here the volume that we have used is 200 and here it is 80, right? And this is how we will solve it. Is that clear, everybody? Tell me. Is that clear? How much amount we have used here? How much amount we have formed here? That's how you will apply stoichiometry, put x value here, and you after solving you will get the value of y is equals to 2, and answer will be second is the correct answer here. This was also a very interesting question. Okay, this is also very interesting question. Yeah, okay. Yes, this is for NEET aspirants as well, because they will also get a hint of what exactly they are asking. So now this question, I would consider it as a predictable question, right? But how they have framed it, right? There are so many reactions here, multiple reactions. Firstly, this after nitration will give you nitrobenzene. After this there will be reduction, right, and that will give you aniline. After this you will have acetylation, and this will give you NHCOCH3. After this you will add concentrated NO2 here, and what you will have, S will be, this will be NHCOCH3, and this will be on the para position. You will have the nitro group here. After this you will do hydrolysis, and final product will be para nitroaniline, and they are asking you in this is the organic part, and rest is in the organic part you have to find out the percentage. So percentage of nitrogen will be, nitrogen is 28, and here the molecular formula, I have already solved all these questions for you, so I'm just going to give you directly. Molecular formula for this will be C6, this is coming out to be C6H6N2O2. okay, after solving you will get the answer as, see, you will get the answer as 30 20.8 20.28 will be the answer. But I have already solved it for you. You can see this over here. See, I've already solved all the questions for you, right? I was sitting there and solving all the questions, trying to see which are tricky, which are easy, and this was a easy, I would not say easy question. This was a medium level question. Actually, this is a predictable question, right? Because this is a pattern that they have asked you before, but in that now they have asked you the percentage, right? Okay. There are 3-4 more questions same like that in more shifts as well. I have taken only one type of question from there. Now let's see the next question, that is, use the following data. So this data is given to you, right? 1 mole of each A2 and B2 are taken, right? Now in this data you need to tell me, okay? Now in this data if I see, yes, now try to solve this, and this also I feel you can solve this. I just need to give you this hint here, what exactly you need to do here, right? So you have A2, B2 plus 2AB. Now delta H and delta S. Now this is a very interesting, this is a very good Gibbs-Helmholtz equation question. Okay, usually they used to ask without any calculation, they used to ask question. This is based on Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, but I find it very interesting the way they have framed the question. I would say that this is a very good question. Okay, it was doable, but the pattern, the way of asking this question is very different, but it is definitely doable, right? So if you see this question here, right, so firstly we have the value of log K, right? So firstly what we will do, delta G is equals to minus 2.303 RT log of K. Now firstly what I'll do, I'll put this value here, 2.303, this is 8.314. Temperature here is given to you, that is 500 Kelvin, right? And log of K, log K is 2.2. Now after solving this value, you will have the answer as minus 21.024 kilojoule per mole. This is, I have already done it. Now let's see the next part, right? Delta H of the reaction will be what? Delta H will be product minus reactant. 2 into product, this is delta H of AB, right? Minus delta H of A2 minus delta H of B2, right? So 2 into delta H of AB, delta H of AB is what? Delta H of AB is 32. This is minus delta H of A2 is 6. This is minus X. Okay, this is one thing. Then we can also find the delta S here. Delta S will be delta S 2 into, or you can just write 2 into entropy of AB minus entropy of A2 minus entropy of B2. That is 2 into entropy of AB is 222. This is minus of A2 is 146 and this is 280, and after solving you will get the value as 9. But this will be, you will get the value as 18, right? But convert this into, this will be in joule per Kelvin per mole, right? Now you will have to convert this into 0.018 kilojoule per Kelvin per mole, right? Now just put the formula here in the Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. Now you will have the equation. Now you can say delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. Delta H here, if you see, that was given in kilojoules, so it will be 64 minus 6 is what? 58 minus X, right? So you can say 58 minus X, and this will be 500 it is given, and this is 0.018, and that will be equals to 9. So 58 minus X minus 9, and this is delta G here, that is we have calculated it to be minus 21.024. Right? So it is minus 21.024, and after calculation the answer of X is coming out to be, wait a minute, X is coming out to be 70, X is coming out to be 70.024 kilojoule per mole. See, this question, same Gibbs-Helmholtz equation you have applied, but the way they have asked the question is very different. Okay, February, okay. Beta, Ayush, I'll give you a video on that regarding your strategy of JEE Advanced. Okay, by Sunday or Monday, the video will be uploaded. Right? Okay, don't worry about that. Right now, please focus here. Right? Now, next question is, by usual analysis, 1 gram of compound X gives 1.79 gram of magnesium. Now, this question, I would not consider it as a difficult question, right? But this was not a difficult, I think this is by mistake here. This was not a difficult, I was just solving it, it was by mistake here. Next 2-3 questions are not difficult, it is I was just solving it, so by mistake it is here, right? But I'll still give you the answer here. Here, this question I have included only because of this thing. Mg2P2 and O7, it has 222 molar mass, so percentage of phosphorus will be 2 into 32, right? And this will be, 2 into 31, that is the mass of phosphorus, this is the molar mass. See, organic compound is given to be 1, and here this much of magnesium pyrophosphate, that means this compound is 1.79 gram. Solve this and you will have your answer here, and the answer here will be 50%. Okay? Approximately 50%. Now this was from your qualitative quantitative analysis, and they have asked a lot of questions on that. Right? Now let's see this question here, that is crystal field stabilization energy of CrH2O6 is greater than that of manganese. Okay. See, if you see, when you calculate this, for chromium, this is chromium 2 positive, right? What is chromium 2 positive? Chromium is 4s1 3d5. Chromium 2 positive is 3d4, right? Then if I talk about manganese, manganese 2 positive is 3d5, okay? And that is the reason here delta O, here CFSC is going to be, here you will put it like this, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? Okay, because both are weak field ligand. This is 4, and that is why it is going to be, you can write it as 3 into, this is 3 electrons into minus 0.6 plus 1 into, this is 0.4, okay? But here what will happen, you will have equal number of electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is why here it is going to be 0. So CFSC of chromium H2O6 2 positive is greater than that of manganese. That we can say is absolutely correct. So potassium ferricyanate, that means potassium ferricyanate is potassium FeCN. Okay? But you must know that here what exactly is potassium ferricyanate. Cyanide has greater spin than sodium ferricyanate. Sodium will be this. You have potassium here, right? And you have sodium here, right? So let's draw that. I'll just write here. Potassium is FeCN6. This is with potassium, it is K3. And with sodium, it is 4. Okay. But this thing was difficult in this question. Everything else was easy. This point was quite easy, only this point was not difficult. This point was difficult to know that what is the formula of potassium ferricyanate and what is the formula of sodium cyanate. Okay. Now once you know this, you can easily say this is 3, this will be minus 3, this will be minus 4 here. So here answer will be x minus 6 is equals to minus 3, x is equals to plus 3. This is x minus 6 is equals to minus 4, x is equals to plus 2. Okay. Now if you see this here, iron, right? Iron plus 3. This is iron. Iron is equals to 1s2, or you can just directly say argon. This is argon 4s2 3d6. Now after taking out 3 electrons, it will become 3d5, and this will be iron. This is 3 positive now, this is 2 positive. This will be 3d6, right? Now if you see 3d5, in this what will happen when you see, it will have Cn is a strong field ligand. So if I see these two things here, now when I am, this is a strong field ligand. So when this 1, 2, 3, this is 4 and this is 5. So this is the unpaired electron, and in this there is 0 unpaired electron here. So in this case, there is magnetic moment is 1, here magnetic moment is 1.7, and here it will be 0. So first has greater magnetic moment, that is also true. Okay? Yes. It is a weak field ligand, absolutely correct. That is a H2 is a weak field ligand, right? Now let's talk about this question here. Again, this is a series of reagents are there, right? So if I talk about NO2, I'll just explain it this way. NO2, firstly, what will happen? This is a very interesting question that they have asked in 21st Jan. This is Br2 when it attacks here. So directly meta position Br you will have. After that, they are doing reduction. So it will be from amines, you will see they have asked a lot of questions, like a lot of questions from amines they have asked, right? So after this, you will have this. Now bromination you will do here. Aniline bromination will always give you, because aniline is quite reactive in nature. So that is the reason ortho and meta all will be, ortho para will be substituted, meta is already substituted. After that, you are converting it into disonium chloride, perfect, N2Cl, right? Now again, you are doing what? You are doing Sand-Meier's reaction. You are converting this N2Cl to Br. So again, this also I have solved in your memory-based question as well. So you can see this here. Again, you are doing Sand-Meier reaction here. So N2Cl is converted to Br. So there are 5 Br that you have here, right? Okay. Achha. Now let's see this question. Okay. Now let's see this question here, everybody. Let's see if you can solve this or not. Right? Let's see if you can solve this or not. So if you see this here, Mx is sparingly soluble salt that follows given solubility equilibria. Mx is given to you, Ksp is given here, standard reduction potential of this is given, value of standard reduction potential of metal in the soluble salt is given. Okay, see, here, see what we will do, E naught of X negative, you just need to know this formula, mx to m is equals to E naught of this m positive to m minus 0.059 by n log of KSP. KSP is given to you, number of electron involved is 1, solve it and you will get your answer here. This E naught is given to be 0.79, this is 0.059. You know, when you see this, you will find this easy, right? But when you see this overall, then we are like, okay, oh my god, KSP is there, this is there. That's why I have taken this question, because it was doable question only. You just need to know that this is the formula that you will apply here, and in the end, so you can easily solve it, right? So answer in the end will come out to be 0.20 volt. That is nothing but 200 millivolt. When you divide it 20 by 100, when you divide it by 0.20 is 0.2 only, na? Right? When you multiply this by 1000, this will cancel this and you will have 200 millivolt. So answer will be 200 here. Right? Okay. Got it? Acha. Now see next question here, the first row. Now this is what I call a good question. Why? Because here you have to think, right? So it's not like direct formula is there and all that. So 22nd shift na level was little better as compared to 21st shift. So first row transition metal does not liberate H2, and in the first row there is copper that does not liberate H2. So metal that they are talking about is copper only. First thing, from the dilute, 1 mole of aqueous solution of CuSO4 is treated with. Everything is falling. Everything is falling here. Okay, so what you have here, you have CuSO4, right? With excess of aqueous KCl, you have excess of KCl, then H2S. Now this is a very interesting thing here. This is a very good question here. You know, students have told me that this kind of question was there, but they were not able to tell what was the exact question. Now when I saw the exact question, now I understood, okay, this is what they have asked you. So they have asked CuSO4 was there and it was reacted with HCl. You know, with HCl it will give you CuCN twice. But actually it's a very unstable compound, and that is the reason it will be converted to CuCN and it will release the CN twice. Now this CuCN, it is converted to a compound with Cn negative, that is CuCN4 3 negative, which is a very stable compound. So in the end, what we should remember, that in the end you will have this very, very stable compound. So this very stable compound, now they are saying that okay, this reacted with this, till now we have this. Now they are saying it is passed through H2S gas. What they have told you, a first row transition metal M does not liberate H2. From there we got to know that they are talking about Cu, right? Because Cu has positive electrode potential, and that is the reason it is not able to liberate H2, right? Because its electrode potential is greater than H2, right? 1 mole of aqueous solution of this, that means CuSO4 reacted with KCN, right? Now with KCN, you will have this particular reaction here. In the end, you will have a very stable compound. Now, interesting part is this stable compound will not react with H2S only. It will not form any PPT. And that is the reason here, right? The amount of MS sulfide, there is 0 sulfide that is formed here. So, answer will be 0 is the correct answer. That was a very different question. Okay? Okay? Okay. Soluble coordination compound which is quite stable, and that is the reason this particular compound is not going to give you any sulfide, and this was a very different question, I would say. it's a different question, right? There are some new questions that this was one of the new questions that they have asked, right? Now this question, let us see this. If you see this question here, what they have given you, in a reaction 2Al plus 6 of HCl give rise to 2 of Al 3 positive plus 6 of Cl 3 of. Now I will not say this was a tough question. I would say this was a lengthy question. You can easily do this question, okay? This was, see, this question you can solve within seconds if you know this. And this question, it will take you time to understand this. So let's see. First statement you guys can answer incorrectly. If you say this much H2 is produced regardless of temperature, pressure for every mole. Now, how much thing is, whenever we see these mole concept question, everywhere it is written at constant temperature and pressure. That means it has some meaning. That's why they have written at constant temperature and pressure. So we can't say at regardless of that it will give you the same amount. No, it depends upon temperature and pressure. So that is absolutely a wrong statement, right? Now if I say this much liter of H2, this is easy. If I say H2 and HCl, right? For 1 mole of HCl, for 6 mole you have 3 of H2, right? For 1 mole of HCl, you will have 0.5 of H2. So volume of H2 will be half of molar volume, that is 22.4 divided by 2, multiplied by, see, molar volume is 22.4 na. So 22.4 multiplied by molar volume, number of moles, that is 0.5, that will give you 11.2, right? So this is the correct statement here. Now let's see the next one here. I think in the next maybe they have given nahi. Okay, I think A, B, C, D something was given there. Let's see which is the incorrect or let's see. 63.2 liter of H2 at STP is produced for every 1 mole of Al. So you can say H2 and Al. If I say 2 of Al give you 3 of H2. So 1 of Al will give you 3 by 2, that is 1.5 of H2. So number of moles of H2 will be 1.5. Number of moles of H2 will be 1.5. So we can say volume of H2 will be 1.5 means 3 by 2 multiplied by 22.4. So 11.2 multiplied by this will be 33.6. It is not 67. It is going to be 33.6 liter. So this is the wrong statement here. Last is 12 liter of HCl is consumed for every 6 liter. HCl and H2. So now I will compare this. 6 of HCl gives you 3 of H2. Okay? So they are saying 12 liter. This is double of that, no? So what you will do here, let's see. What you will do here, 6 liter, this is 12. HCl, this is, acha. I was thinking that this is wrong or right. So yes, this is aqueous. This is gaseous. You can't compare aqueous and gaseous. You can't compare the stoichiometries of aqueous and gaseous without knowing the molarity. So this we can't compare only. So this is also not a correct statement. So only correct statement. I think they have asked you the correct statement here. Only the correct statement is second is the correct statement here. Right? Okay? Got it? Only 2 is correct. Achha, now let's see this question here. Here statement 1 is very easy. Statement 2 is like mistakes can be done, right? But I would say let's see, okay, because that depends upon the order as well. Let's see. Halogen that makes up longest bond length, we know that HF, this is very easy statement. HCl, HBr or HI, we know that this makes the longest bond length, that is HI. and that is the reason it is very easy to break this, right? And that's why longest bond length means it has longest, obviously down the group radius is increasing, that is why bond length is longest. So this is absolutely wrong. Now if I talk about this, group number 15 hydride, lowest boiling point. See, lowest boiling point is of this statement also I have solved in memory based. Okay, so pH3 has lowest boiling point, and that is the reason nitrogen NH3 does not have lowest. Why? Because of hydrogen bond. This has lowest and it has maximum covalency of 5. So answer will be 5. This is not correct. So both are false here, right? Acha, let's see this. Again, the way of asking this question is very interesting, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see this. It's doable, but the way they have asked is very interesting, right? 3 sets experiment were performed for a reaction under similar reaction condition. Students will see this and they will be like, oh my god, I don't know what they have asked, but actually it's a very simple question. If you see 100 into 10, that will be 10 molar, 200 into 10, that will be 20 molar, right? That is the molarity, that is the molarity. And here for run 3, molarity will be, you have M1 V1 divided by V1 plus V2. Okay, that is the total molarity. M1 is molarity is 10, V1 is 100, and total volume is 100 plus 100, that is 200. So answer will be 5 molar is the total molarity. It's simple. We know for the first order reaction, rate is directly proportional to the concentration. So here concentrations are, in this case, this is 10, this is 20, wait a minute. Oh, I have written 20, I have multiplied it. Oh, molarity was given, this was 10, this was 10. So this is also 10 molar, this is also 10, it is already given. You don't even need to solve it. Such a simple question, right? But that's it. You just, this step was only important, otherwise it's a very doable question, right? So what you have run of 1 is equals to rate of 2, right? But rate of third is minimum, right? So you can say first and second are equal, but third is minimum here, right? So you can say 1 and 2 are equal and third is minimum here. So I can say first is the correct answer here. Okay, that's how we will solve this question here, right? Okay. Okay, now let's see this question here. Again, this is a lengthy question. Okay, this is a lengthy question. So if I see this question here, what they have asked you in only one question, they have asked you almost entire thermodynamics. Like most of the things about thermodynamics, work done in reversible, isothermal expansion for 2 moles. So we can say work is equals to minus nRT minus 2.303 nRT log of V2 by V1. So now you can see minus 2.303, number of moles is 2, this is 8.3. Temperature is given to you, that is 300, and volume is 20 and this is 10. Volume is, sorry, 2 decimeter to 20. V1, V2. V2 is 20, this is 2. So that will be 10. You solve this and you will have your answer here. And after solving, what is the answer that I got is, I got the answer minus 11.5 kilojoule, right? So that is nothing but that is second, right? Acha. Now they asked you another question here, another question was work done in irreversible isothermal expansion. Irreversible isothermal expansion, what is the work done here? Right, minus P delta V, that is V2 minus V1, right? Now here P external is given to you, that is 3 kilopascal. This is 3 to 1. So kilopascal, how do you write it? Kilopascal means 3000 Pascal. This is 3 minus 1, that answer will come out to be minus of 6 kilojoule. Okay, because Pascal and meter cube are joules only, you convert it into kilojoules, right? So here it will be 6 kilojoules. Acha, next is they have asked you another question here based on change in internal energy for adiabatic expansion of 1 mole of ideal gas, and this is change in enthalpy at constant. Internal energy means delta U is equals to NCV delta T, and delta H enthalpy is equals to NCP delta T. Cp and Cp is given to you, so you can say delta U is equals to NCV delta T, and this is delta H is equals to NCP delta T. Okay. Now everything is different. Cv is 3 by 2 R, temperature is 320 and mole is 1. 1 mole 3 by 2 R is 8.3. This is temperature is given to you 320. ठीक है, change in temperature. If you see here, 1 mole is given to you, change in temperature Cp is 5 by 2 R. This is 1 mole, this is 5 by 2 R, this is given to be, and this is given to be 337. 337. Okay, so this is how you will answer. Right, everybody? Okay, so that is how you can answer. This will come out to be, this was coming out to be 4 kilojoule and this was coming out to be 7 kilojoule. Okay, the problem is here that a lot of calculations are there. This is coming out to be 4 and this is coming out to be 7. Okay, got it? Let's see. Achha, they have given you here. So answer will be A2 B3, A2 B3, A2 B3. So answer is 2 is the correct answer here. Right? Okay? Tell me. Understood? Are you able to understand these things? Tell me, beta. Are you able to understand? Tell me. Able to understand these things? Now, if you see this thing here, dissociation of gas A2 takes place according to the following chemical reaction that is given to you. This is the chemical reaction. Degree of dissociation is given by this. This is also a very lengthy question. Okay, let's see. See what they have given you. They have given you delta G. From delta G, first you will calculate Kp, and from Kp then you will calculate degree of dissociation. Let's see how. Okay, let's see how. Firstly, I will say that delta G, what is delta G here? Delta G is equals to product by reactant. Product is this. So G of 2 of A, 2 of G of A minus G of A2. Okay? 2 of G of A is minus 50.832. This is G of A2 is minus 100. Right? Now, after solving, delta G will come out to be minus 1664 joule per mole. I am not doing calculation. I have already done it. I am just here to tell you that what kind of question, how do you solve these questions, right? Okay. Now, once we do this, degree of dissociation of A2. Now, delta G you have, right? Now, what you will see? You will say delta G, ma'am, it is equals to minus 2.303 RT log of K. Isn't it? Isn't it, beta? Isn't it? So, this is log of Kp. Now, you put all the values. You put the value of delta G, R and T. Kp value, you will calculate it to be Kp value log of Kp. Log of Kp will come out to be 0.3. That means Kp is nothing but 2. I am not doing the calculations and all, right? Acha. After that, it's not over yet. Hai na? It's not over yet. It's very, yes, chemistry paper was indeed tough because it is doable, but it's very lengthy, right? So Kp you will calculate After that, what you will say that we have A2 to 2A, right? See, A2 to 2A. Now, if I say initial concentration here is, if I say, let's say initial it is 1, it is 0. Here it is 1 minus alpha, here it will be 2 alpha. Total moles will be 1 minus alpha plus 2 alpha, that is 1 plus alpha. So, partial pressure of A2 will be, that is moles divided by total moles multiplied by total pressure. Partial pressure of A will be moles divided by total moles, that is the mole fraction overall, multiplied by the total pressure. ठीक है? Total pressure, is it given in the question? If it is not given, you will take it as 1. It is given. Total pressure is given to be 1 bar. Now, still we have not landed, guys. It's a very lengthy question, I am telling you. Kp is equals to PA. They have asked two category of, in this particular thing, in this particular session, you will see two category of questions. One is very lengthy. Other questions are direct questions but tricky questions. Right? Some will be solved in few seconds, but they will be very tricky and difficult questions. Right? So Kp is equals to partial pressure of A square divided by partial pressure of A2. Now just put the value of Kp, that is 2. This is partial pressure of A is 1 minus alpha. Sorry, this is 2 alpha. This is square. This is 1 plus alpha square. Right? And here it is 1 minus alpha, and this is 1 plus alpha. 1 plus alpha, this will cancel. This will be 4 alpha square. And Pt is 1 only, so you don't even need to write Pt here. Right, this is 1 minus alpha square, that is 2, right? Now this will be 2 minus 2 alpha square is equals to 4 alpha square, that is 6 alpha square is equals to 2, that is alpha square is equals to 3, isn't it? Alpha square is equals to 3. So alpha is coming out to be 1 by, even now you will be like, ma'am, now so we have solved it. Even now they are saying, no. Even now you have something. This is 3 raised to power this 1 by 2. Have I solved it correctly? No. This is alpha square is equals to 1 by 3. So alpha is equals to 1 by 3 raised to power 1 by 2. Even now you have to convert it into this form. This form is x into, that means x into 10 raised to power minus 2 is equals to 1 by 3, this is half. This half will cancel. X is equals to 1 by 3 into 10 raised to power minus 2, that is wait a minute. X into this was 1 by 3, this is half. So this will go here, this is 1 by 300. Wait a minute. This is 1 by 3. This is 1 by, acha, this will come here now. Yes. This will be 100 and this will be 100 by 3, that is 33.3. Then you will get the answer as 33. Can you see how lengthy this question was? Right? This is such a big question, right? Yeah. So it is very, what we can say, yeah, that was one of the lengthiest questions of JEE Mains, right? So a lot of calculation and all is required here. A lot of calculations, all this, all that, go on, and then you will be able to solve it, right? Okay. This question, let's see. Here they have given you, let's see this question here. Here what they have given you, the temperature at which rate constant of giving below two gases, reaction becomes equal. This is calculations only. It's not at all tough. See, K1 is equal. They are saying rate constant becomes equal. Students, this I have taken because students, what they think now, ma'am, something so different, because this is not usual kind of question that they ask, right? So this is, you might feel, ma'am, very difficult, ma'am, I don't know how to solve this. You just need to equate it and solve the value of temperature here. That's it. Like this will be 10 raised to power 2, this will become e raised to power, if I take minus common here and 1 by t common here, this will go here and this will be converted to positive. This will be 3000 minus 24, 30,000 or 3000, 30,000 minus this will be 6,000, right? Now you need to take log. Now log will be, when you take log, this will be minus 1 by t. Ln of 10 is nothing but 2.2. If you take log here, this will become 2.3 multiplied by 2 is equals to 1 by t. This is 6,000, right? And that's how you can solve this value. T is equals to minus 6,000 divided by 4.6, right? And that's how you will get your answer as, after solving, the answer that we got is, yes, the answer that we got here is 1302, right? 1302 is the answer that we got. I think some plus minus I have done here. This is minus of this. If I take minus common, this will become positive. So I will not take minus. Wait a minute. This will become e raised to power 6,000 by t. Okay? Because it will go here, it will become positive now. So 30,000 minus 24,000 is 6,000. It will be positive here, right? So answer in the end will be, answer will come out to be 1302 Kelvin. Okay? This is what you will get. Okay? Okay? Chalo. Now let's see the next questions here. Right? Acha, this, so I think by mistake I have this here. That was a simple question only. Now let's see this question. This is also like, I have picked up this question only because, you know, if you see this, the compound AC8H8, this reacts with acetophenone to form a single product. There is some compound that forms a single product via cross aldol. If via cross aldol you have single product, that means, and this is with acetophenone. Acetophenone means this is COCH3. This has alpha. That means this should have no alpha hydrogen. Only then you will have the possibility of single product, right? And then they are saying the compound A on reaction with concentrated this forms substituted benzyl alcohol. That simply means that you will have Cannizzaro reaction also there. So benzoic acid is not possible, no aldol is shown here. Acetophenone is not possible. Benzaldehyde is possible. This benzaldehyde is possible. Now the question is either this benzaldehyde or this benzaldehyde, right? So what you will have, substituted benzyl alcohol. Okay? For substituted benzyl alcohol, I'll say methoxy benzaldehyde, right? Because otherwise, if you have hydroxy there, hydroxy will start reacting with NaOH, which we don't want. And that is why this will not be there. Answer will be 3. Now, this was not a lengthy question. This was absolute. You just need to use your brain, right? And you will be able to answer this. This was like some hints are given to you. If you're able to pick those hints, you can answer. Right, this is under that category. So these questions are not time consuming, but they are brain consuming questions, right? Okay, now let's talk about this. This is again time consuming question. If you see this again here, they have asked you that which of the following, this cannot be prepared by which of the following. See, I'll just directly give you the answer. I'll not solve this fully, right? So I'll directly tell you because this is also a simple question only. Here you will have acid catalyzed hydration. Firstly, carbocation will be formed and then it will be converted to a more stable carbocation, right? 3,3-dimethyl, 1,2-butanol, and then you will have OH here, right? So this thing will be formed, and what you will have here, 1, 2, this thing, this is OH. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you will not have 3,3 dimethyl butanol here. Understood now? Why you will not have? Because you will form a carbocation and then carbocation will be shifted here. That is the reason. Here you will have Me. This is positive, negative. This is negative, positive. It will definitely attack here, and what you will have? This is 1, 2, 3. This is C. This will be converted to OH, and here you will have one methyl. This thing will be formed. And this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3 dimethyl, if I name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3 dimethyl butane 2-ol. So that is, we are able to form it. Here we are not able to form it. If you see ozonolysis here, firstly what you will have, you will break this and this will give you 1, 2, 3. This is 1, this will be double bond O and this here will be methyl. Now again you have to do the reduction here, so this will be converted to OH. Isn't it the same thing? Yes. So again here we are able to form this. If I see directly you have to convert it, just convert it into OH. So again you are able to form this. Right? Again the same situation you are able to have. Direct reduction is there. Right? Here you have Kirchhoff's reaction. Again what you will have the formation of, firstly you will have the formation of this, wait a minute, this is what, triple bond, this is double bond, this is already H here. So you will have the formation of carbocation here, where you will have OH, right? Then ketone will be formed na here. B, A, C, D. Wait a minute. This cannot be prepared in which of the following? In B, it is definitely not there. Okay? In C, it is there, so it cannot be correct. In C, it is there, so it cannot be correct. In E, I have to think here, right? Because in E, what will happen? This will firstly give rise to this ketone, right? Then after that, what will happen? After reduction, it can form. Because if I see, this will give rise to this kind of ketone. And after reduction, they are saying this cannot be prepared by which of the following? After reduction, what you will see that this will form this OH here. It will give the same thing. So this is the point to be noted here, right? Now, if I see this here, if they have given you, now I have given you that thing because, so that you can answer this clearly. That if I see, if they would have given me one thing here, if they would have given LiAlOH4 here, then I would have answered it B, because then B is the only product which is not giving us that thing. But now this is because they have not given any reduction after this, and that is the reason I'll answer B and E. It can form, but after some time. Okay? So in we can say in B and E it cannot prepare. So answer will be fourth is the correct answer. C beta, it can prepare ozonolysis, and after that reduction is also given to you, right? Okay. Acha, let's see the next question here, everybody. Let's see the next question here. Let's see. Okay, Simba, surely I'll provide, don't worry, right? Based on the analysis, proper analysis I'll provide you. Don't worry, I'm working on it right now. Okay, because just yesterday it came, so I'm working on the analysis right now, right? And after that, I'll provide you with that. Now, consider the following electrochemical cell. This cell is given to you. They are asking pH above, the pH above which oxygen gas would start to evolve at anode. So what we will do? Let's see. Okay. Here I'll firstly you should know that E naught cell. Firstly, we should know what is happening at anode, right? At anode and what is happening at cathode. Chalo, firstly, let's see what is happening at anode. Okay, let's see this. What is happening at anode, right? At anode, what is happening? Let's see that. Now, if I talk about anode here, This is 2 of H2. This gives rise to O2 plus OH negative plus 4 electrons, right? Okay, well, plus 4H positive plus 4 electrons. Okay. Now, if I talk about the cathode part here, what is happening? Now here I can see why this is happening here, because here they have given O2, this is anode, right, and this is cathode. At anode, O2 is being converted, O2 is being converted to this HCl, that is H positive, right? Okay. Now if I see this here, next is you have M2 positive to M, that is at cathode. So here what is happening, M2 positive plus 2 electrons, that is getting converted to M here, right? Okay. If I see the value for this is given to you, O2 to H2, this value is given to you, O2 to H2, this particularly from here you can get a hint, right? O2 to H2, that means reduction potential is given, this is 0 and this is minus 2 here. So here we can see, because here the number is increasing, that is why it is oxidation, and the reduction potential is 1.23 volt. E naught of cathode is this, E naught of anode is what? E naught of anode is given to be 0.994. 0.994, right? Now see what we will have here. We can say, wait a minute, this to we have included it na. Chalo. Now see, now the main part will start here. See what they have given you. They have given the value of O2 to H2, right? They have given this is a reaction O2 to HCl, right? Now, if you see this, pH above which pH you have to find out. And they are saying that above which oxygen would start liberating. That means this E value will be E naught, that is 1.33 minus 0.59. Here you have 4 electrons, and this is log of product by reactant. Product is H positive raised to power 4. This is pressure of O2, right? You solve this, what you will get, the value here E will be equals to 1.23 minus 0.05. This is pH. Because this 4 and 4 will cancel out. Pressure of O2 is already given to you, that is 1 bar. Okay. So pressure of O2 is already given to you 1, and this will cancel out, 4 and 4 will cancel out. This is the value that you will have. Now here it is given out to be at, this is at cathode, this is given out to be, and this was at anode, okay. This was given out to be 0.994. If I want this to liberate oxygen, then this 1.23 minus point, this is the important point. This should be equals to 0.994, and that's how you can calculate the value of pH here, and that will come out to be 4. That was the main important point. Otherwise, you can still, it was a like different kind of question. Again, not directly. You have to think a lot of things. That main is this point, that these should be equal to each other, only then the pH you can get here, right? Okay. Next question, guys. Next question, everybody. I think after this though, we'll have some very, very direct questions here, right? Okay. Let's see. Let's see, everybody. Let's see. Consider A to B K1 is given, C to D K2 is given, 2 reactions. The rate constant K1 of A to B reaction can be expressed by the following equation. Very simple. Activation energy is this. Okay. So you just have to compare this part with the formula log of K is equals to log of A minus EA by 2.303 RT. Now when you compare this log of A you have here, they can also ask you that, and after comparing you can say E of A by 2.303 RT is equals to This is temperature in Kelvin, I think it is given. 1.5 into 10 raised to power 4 temperature. Temperature will cancel, right? Now you will have the value R and all you can put here. Activation energy 1. This is EA1, right? EA1, you can calculate this here. After calculating, EA1 will come out to be 28722 joule per mole. EA1 is given. After that, you can solve the value of EA2, that is 1 by 5 of, this is given, 1 by 5th of EA1. Just solve this. 1 by 5 means this will be 287,200 by 5. This is EA2 is given to you here. Right, everybody? Tell me. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Acha, see this question here. Here they have asked you in 23rd Jan shift. What they have asked you here? They have asked you regarding the, like, a very different question regarding colors and all they have asked you. If you see Beer's test, you need to have discharge of pink color here. Ceric ammonium nitrate set, red color vapors will be there. Aldehyde tolerance test, silver mirror will be there. This violet color will be there, and based on this you can answer this. Okay, this is again data based question. Either direct questions, if there are direct formula based questions, they are lengthy, or there are fact based question, right? So fact based question are also like good facts they have asked, not as a random facts they have not asked, good facts. Now if you see this question here, again this is regarding DMG. Now regarding DMG also very interesting how many questions we are left with. We are still left with like I think 15 questions we are still left with. We'll do that, don't worry, right? So if you see this, the statements that are incorrect in nickel 2 DMG, nickel 2 DMG is this kind of complex, right? So if I say this is metal, right, then I say, okay, this is, let's say, nickel DMG, let's say this thing is there, this thing is there, right? Let's say, okay, I'll just write it like this, right? This, if I say O, this is OH, right? I'll just write it like this. This is OH, this is O, and here you have 1, 2, 3. This to 6 membered it has become. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Now if you see, it will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double bond, and this. And if you see, there will be a hydrogen bond here. There will be a hydrogen. Now, based on this structure, they have asked you the question. See, they are saying it is red in color, that is true. It has very cherry red color, it has, that is true. It has high solubility, that is not true. See, it is to determine the nickel concentration. That is why the reason it is used to determine that, because it is not soluble in water. So this is not correct. The nickel ion has 2 unpaired d electrons. So nickel ion, if I say this is the nickel ion, it has 2 unpaired d electrons. If I say this is a nickel 2 positive state, so here what will happen? Here what will happen here? This will be 3d8 electrons, and it's a very strong free ligand, so there will be 0, if I say this, 0 unpaired electrons will be there, right? Yes. If I say this, this will be like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is S, this is P, and what will happen here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it has dsp2 hybridization, okay? And that is why here 0 unpaired electron, it is diamagnetic in nature, okay? So this is also not true. Nickel bond angle is almost 90, yes, because it is square planar, so it is 90, it is dsp2, it is square planar, so that is true. Complex contains 4 5-membered ring, that is not true. Now what are the rings that it contains? If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-membered, this is also 5-membered, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 membered. This is also 6 membered. So 2 5 membered rings and 2 6 membered rings by hydrogen bond. That is wrong, है ना? So answer will be only first and C. A and D, sorry. A and D are the correct statements here. What they are saying? Incorrect they are asking. Achha. B, C and E are the incorrect. Right? So answer will be fourth is the incorrect statement here. Right? Okay? Fourth is the incorrect statement here. Let's see next questions here. Let's see this question. This I feel you can answer this. Okay? I'll tell you why. Aldol condensation and amines were very important things in the in this January attempt. So they are saying X is a product which is obtained from propanamide, that is CH3 CH2 Cn, and here obtained with stannous chloride it will have this CH2NH2 CH double bond NH, and after this what you will have? You will have the aldehyde formation. So this is the X, this is what we call X here, right? And they are saying from the following, acha, Y is product which is obtained from butadiene. Butadiene is 1, 2, 3, 4. Butadiene is this. Ozonolysis of this means break the double bond. You will have CH3 and this will be CH3, this will be CH3, CH3, CH2. Now this is Y. Now just do the cross aldol that I have already taught you. So I will not teach you this here because here we are about to do some different questions we want to do. So I am just telling you the different part here. Okay, rest of it you can just see which of the following is not the part after doing cross aldol. Right? Okay, let's see the next one. Let's see the next one, guys. Let's see this one here. This is also very interesting. This is a very simple formula that we have, and based on it they have asked very interesting question. Like the way of asking is very interesting. See, if I tell you here you have to apply Kp is equals to Kc RT raised to power delta Ng. This is what you have to apply. Here calculations are very interesting. And here this formula application is very interesting. So what you will take? You will firstly take the first case here. You will apply 85.87. This is 2.586. This is RT and this is delta Ng of 1. So after calculating, delta Ng will come out to be 1 here. And when you put the second case, this is 0.862. This is 28.62 and here RT raised to power delta Ng of 2. And here after solving, delta Ng will come out to be -1. Okay? This is the thing that you will have. All of this is calculation, and here calculation will take you time to understand that delta Ng is 1. Now just see where delta Ng is coming out to be 1. The value of X and Y in first and second, X and Y. Product minus reactant. That means here Y minus X should be 1. Here Y minus X should be -1. So you can also solve it here. That means if I solve this, if I put Y minus X, if I say Y minus X is equals to 1, and Y minus X is equals to X and Y will be different here. I can't solve it together, right? If Y minus X has to be 1, that means it will be 2 minus 1. And here it will be 1 minus 2, right? And that's how you will have the answer. Fourth is the correct answer, okay? That's, see, the way of asking it is very different. Now here also, again, way of asking the question is not that different, but still, see, thermal decomposition of AB, they have not given you anything, just the graph. At 200 you have 0.5, at 100 you have which thing? At 100 you have 0.55 and at 0 you have 0.6. So T half if I have to answer, T half means when the concentration is becoming half, right? So T half, for T half, let's calculate the value of K. K is equals to 2.3, K is equals to 2.303 by T, right? Log of initial by final. Time is 200 minus this. Time, if I take 200 minus 0, and this is log of initial concentration. Initial concentration is 0.6 and final, let's say it is 0. ठीक है? At this point, at 200 you have this much, at 0 you have 0.6, है ना? At 0 you have 0.5. So what you can also solve it like this. You can also solve it like this, that K is equals to time is 200 minus 0 and this is 0.6 minus 0.5, and you will solve this as answer will be 0.0005. Now T half in zero order reaction is nothing but it is decomposition, it is now. So this will be A naught by 2K. Initial concentration you can take and just solve it here. So answer will be A naught by 2K. K we have solved, initial concentration you can take here as 0.5, right? So here that's how you will solve this answer. Initial concentration at this is 0.5. Okay, so you'll solve this. This is 0.5, this is 2, this is 0.0005, and here after solving the answer will be 600 seconds, that is 10 minutes. Okay, done? Acha. Next, see this question here, again a very conceptual question. They have said a mixture of, let's try to solve this question here. Wait a minute. Yes. Okay, Shreya sir class is in 20 minutes, so I'll just do it now only, right? So a mixture of ether, mixed ether, okay, ether is there, that is mixed, that means it is not same on both sides, heated with excess of hot HI produces two different alkyls, that means this and this, this and this, this and this. It will produce alkyl halide, two different alkyl iodides when treated with aqueous NaOH. Give compounds Q and R. Q and R are yellow precipitates. This means Q and R are showing iodoform test. And we know that whenever there is a ether, it reacts with some HI, it will form alcohol and alkyl halide. If I say, let's say alcohol is formed on both the sides, okay, so that we can see that what will be the answer. If I say here H is formed and here it will be formed as this thing, that will not give you iodoform test, right? So this is not correct. If I say here alcohol is formed, that will give you ethanol, and here it will give you COH. This will also not give you. This will, ethanol will give you iodoform test, but this part will not give you. This is ethanol, it will give you ethanol, and here this will give you 1, 2, 3 OH. That is also CH3. Okay, then see, OH is attached to a secondary carbon which has CH3. That means this will also give you iodoform test. Here both are giving you iodoform test, so answer will be third is the correct answer. So see, directly they have not asked which of the following will give iodoform test. They have asked it very indirectly. Okay, they have asked this thing indirectly. Hello, 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 beta. Hello. Okay, yes. Beta, what I am doing now? This is challenging questions only, right? Okay, all the challenging questions only I have taken, right? Challenging, or you can say new kind of questions. Now, let's see this particular part here. Let's see this. This, see, at one point it looks very scary, but let's see what they are saying here. They are saying this is the semi-permeable membrane. At this side you have something, and this side you have something. Okay. Consider the above electrochemical cell. When a metal electrode is undergoing redox reactions by forming this, the cation M positive is present in two different concentrations, C1 and C2, as shown above. Which of the following statement is correct, generating a positive cell potential? See, if you see, if C1 is present at anode, right? Now, beta, just understand one thing here, right? If you want to have positive cell potential, firstly you need to write the value of E here. E is equals to 0 because it's a concentration cell. So E naught will be 0. This is minus 0.059. And if I say, I have to take one thing as something. So if I say, this will be, let's say this is the anode side, I am just assuming this is cathode. They are saying C1 is present at cathode, C1 is present at anode. Let's say C1 is present at cathode. I am just assuming this is because it is usually AC, so I am just assuming that anode it is this. So at anode what will happen? At anode there will be loss of electrons, so M will be converted to M positive with concentration C1. Sorry, C2. Okay. So M will be converted to M positive with concentration C2. And here M positive will be converted with concentration C1 will be converted to this M here. Understood now? I have assumed, they have not given to me. I'll take one by one. Firstly I have taken this to be cathode, this to be anode, right? Consider the above reaction where metal chloride is undergoing redox reaction forming this. The cation is present in two different concentration. Which of the following statement is correct? Okay. Understood? Acha. Because usually it is, this is the anode, this is the cathode. That's why I am assuming it to be that. Okay. Now, if I see this will be 0.09, only one electron it is gaining. So N is equals to 1 only. Now here if you have log of product side is C2, this is C1. Okay. Now they are saying that overall of this should be positive cell potential. If I want this to be positive, then this has to be negative. That means log of C2 by C1 has to be negative. That means C2 by C1, or you can say C2 has to be less than C1. Only then this is possible. That means this initial value, I can say initial value should be less than 1. That means C2 should be less than C1. So if I take C1 is present at cathode, then C2 has to be less. So answer will be third is the correct answer here. Okay. Pure conceptual question. No calculation, nothing is required. Pure concept it is. Right? Okay. Understood? Tell me. Understood everybody? Do let me know if that is clear to all of you or not. Right? Okay. Now let's see this question here. Work function of two metals. Work function of two metals A and B in the ratio 1x and 2x are in the ratio 1 by 2. That means work function of A I'll take it as 1x. Work function of B I'll take it as 2x. Are exposed to photon of energy this. Photon of energy this. The kinetic energy liberated at A and B. Kinetic energy of A and B. Kinetic energy of B is equals to 2.642 and 1. Now tell me what is the value of kinetic energy of A? That is overall energy minus work function of A. Kinetic energy of B is overall energy of incident light minus kinetic energy of minus the threshold, or you can say work function of B. Now these two you have to put here, 6 minus x divided by 6 minus 2x. Now can you solve the value of x here? work function. Just solve the value of x from here. It's quite simple. Solve the value of x here, then put it here. That will be double. Now I am sure that work function has to be double. Here it is double, here it is double. In all the cases, they have given double only. So x is coming out to be 2.3. Okay, x will be 2.3. So if it is 2.3, other will be 4.6. So answer will be second is the correct answer here. Right? Okay. Yes. Achha, now let's see this question here. This is also like, it may seem tough, but in reality, if you see this question, it's like here ABC is not mentioned, but what I will take that they have given this as A, this is A, this as B, this as C, and this as D. So this is the intermediate formed in between. So I'll just mention this as A, B, C, D. Okay? This is A, B, C, D. This is again A, B, C, D. Right? Do let me know what is the answer key that is given here. Right? Because according to me, the answer, if they have given A to B, is endothermic, then we know that delta H is equals to product minus reactant. If it is endothermic, product has to be more. So product is more here, product is more here, product is more here. A is not the correct answer. Right? Now, if I have to choose between B and C, B and C is exothermic. So reactant has to be more. Right? Reactant has to be more. So if I say reactant is more here, here reactant is less. So it is also neglected. Here reactant is more. Now here also in C and D also the reactant has to be more, and here the reactant is more. Because B is more than C, C is more than D. So here also reactant is more as compared to product. Here also it is negative. So answer should be second is the correct answer. Okay? Understood? Right? Yes. Done? Done, beta? Understood? Tell me. Now, how many more questions? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more questions, okay? 6 more questions we have. Now, I'll just directly give you the formulas only, right? If you see, consider the group 4 elements, this and this. They are saying there is some group 4 elements. A solution containing this much of X positive, this much of Y2 positive is saturated with H2S. The pH at which the metal sulfide YS will form as a precipitate is what? See what we will do here. It's a very nice question, right? So what we will do here, guys, firstly we will see, we know that what they are saying that YS, KSP or XS is given, YS is given to you, right? H2S concentration is given, Ka1, Ka2 is given, everything is given, yeah. See, a solution containing this much of X2 positive and this is saturated with H2S, the pH at which the metal sulfide YS will be formed. So just focus on YS, right? This will be formed. Now firstly we need to find the KSP value of YS. This is Y2 positive plus S2 negative. So KSP value will be Y2 positive ions, S2 negative. Y2 positive concentration is also given to you, is it? Yes, 0.01, right? So we can say S2 negative is nothing. KSP divided by Y2 positive. KSP is given to you, that is 4 into 10 raised power minus 16, and this is 0.01. Calculate the value of S2 negative here, and once you calculate the value of S2 negative, that will come out to be, S2 negative will come out to be 4 into, we can see 10 raised power minus 14 molar. Now see, they are saying pH at which the metal sulfide, pH you have to solve, right? So we know that H2S will give you S2 negative plus 2 of H positive. So I can say Ka1 into Ka2 is equals to, this is product raised to power square, this is raised to power stoichiometry divided by H2S, right? Now if I see this here, H2S concentration is given to be 0.1. So I'll put it as 0.1. This K1 into K2 is, now you know what we are doing, right? I know. Now this is 0.1. H positive, you can convert, just firstly solve the value of H positive. This is given to be 4 into 10 raised to power minus 14. First you will solve the value of H positive. H positive square will come out to be 25 into 10 raised to power minus 10, and this H positive will be 5 into 10 raised to power minus 5, and pH will be equals to log of 5. This will be this will be 5 minus this log of 5 minus 5. So answer will be 4.3 will be the correct answer. Log, this is log of 5. You will calculate the value of log of 5 minus 5. Okay. So that will be the answer here. Okay. Okay. So you can calculate the pH, that is minus log of H positive. Okay, ji. Okay. Right. Done. Chalo. Next question is, this is also again the way of asking it is different, right? It's just that it's quite scary when you see at this thing. Otherwise, it is not a difficult. I can't say it is a difficult question. It is actually from thermochemistry. They have just added little of Bohr model into thermochemistry. Otherwise, both things are easy that they have added. So they are saying heat of atomization of methane and ethane is X and Y. Heat of atomization of methane is X, heat of atomization of ethane, C2H6, right? That is Y, right? Methane is nothing but it is 4 into CH bond, 4 into 4 CH bonds, right? And this is nothing but this will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CH bonds plus 1 CC bond. This is the atom that you have now. So now they are saying the longest wavelength. Achha. See, now you will put the value of CH from here to here. It means now I can say the value of CH will be equals to X by 4. I'll put this here. This is X by 4. I'll put this here C in X by 4. This is CC and this is Y. So I can say CC is Y minus Cx by 4. Isn't it? That is the enthalpy of atomization. Longest wavelength for breaking, I know the enthalpy of atomization for Cc. Now I'll have to calculate the wavelength here. Achha. And they are saying it is in kilojoule per mole, right? So first you will have to convert it into kilojoules. So what I'll do, this is Y minus Cx by 4. Per mole means I'll divide it with Avogadro's number. Kilojoule means I'll multiply it with 1000, right? Now this is the energy in kilojoule per mole. This is the energy in kilojoule per mole. This is the energy in joule, right? Now you just do one thing. C is equals to Hc by lambda. Lambda is equals to Hc by E. So Hc divided by E. Just put all those values and convert it into this thing. Hc. This is Y minus 6x by 4. है ना? It is 1000 and this is multiplied by Na. Right? NaHC only will tell me that this will not be the correct answer here. Okay? Now I'll just have to solve it, and when I solve this, this will be 4y minus 6x. So y minus 6x is also not applicable. Y minus 6x by 4 inverse I can't write, then 1000 will not be there. So this is also not applicable. If I put this here, and this is actually nothing but this, I can easily solve it this way. Now, this is HCNA, nothing it is. 4, this is take the LCM 4, this is 1000, this is 4y minus 6x. It is coming out to be the same thing. 1000 divided by 4 is nothing but 250. So answer is coming out to be 4th. Okay? Okay, Vivek, I hope so. Your girlfriend is not imaginary, right? I really hope so. She exists. If she exists, then happy birthday to her, right? And God bless her. You know why I'm saying God bless her. Acha. Chalo, let's see this. Now, what we have here, consider the following reaction. Now, this is a very interesting question. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right? Now, if you see this question here, I'll tell you why I really like this question is because they have mixed empirical formula with organic chemistry. This is a very more concept with empirical with organic chemistry we have seen till now. But here you will have to start from empirical formula, calculate molecular formula, then you will jump to the conclusion. See. So compound is, dekho, simple, I'll just tell you here what exactly, I'll just give you a brief of this thing. So what exactly, they have given you carbon here, carbon is given, hydrogen is given, carbon is given, hydrogen is given, oxygen you can calculate. Carbon is given to be 76.6. Okay, this is by 12. Oxygen is this is given to be 6.38 divided by 1, and this is also 6.38 only. And here 100 minus these two percentages, what you will have it is 17.2 is the percentage. You will just subtract 100 minus this and this. That will be 17 of this divided by 16. And this is also 6.38, and this is coming out to be 1.02. When you solve this, empirical formula will be C6H6, right? Divided, this is O1, right? And here the molecular mass of this empirical formula is, empirical mass is coming out to be 94, you can calculate. Now, if you see, they have given you vapor density here. That means molar mass is also 47 into 2, that is 94, right? Now, that means this is empirical formula also and molecular formula also. So, once you know the molecular formula, right, now can you see, this is, can you see this CO2 NaOH? This is nothing but Kolb's reaction. That means we can justify this molecular formula is for phenol. Okay? Phenol is getting converted to salicylic acid. And they have not stopped here. They are giving you some statements for the same. See, they are saying both compounds X and Y will dissolve in NaOH. Is it? Yes, both are acidic in nature, both will be dissolved here. Right? Okay? Yes. So both will be dissolved. Compound Y will dissolve in NaOH, so evolve a gas. Compound Y, yes, it has an acid. It will definitely dissolve in NaHCO3 also, right? And will evolve the gas. That is also true. Both compound, this will burn with sooty flame. Yes. Why? Because this is acidic in nature. This is also acidic in nature. They will burn with sooty flame. Then compound X is more acidic than Y. We are saying compound X is more acidic. Which is more acidic? This is more acidic. Hydrogen bonding is there. That is why this is more acidic. So that means compound Y is more acidic than X. So this is the incorrect option. So they are asking you the incorrect answer, incorrect option. So answer will be C is the incorrect option. Right? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Chalo. Now, let's talk about, I think Shreya sir just messaged you. Okay. Now, if you see, next question is, consider a weak base pKb X milliliter of this is there. Wait a minute. Buffer of this. Okay. This is also like direct question only. I'll just write that what exactly we need to do here. You will say POH is equals to pKb plus log of salt by base. Now only thing that you will do here is POH, they have given you pH 9, so POH will be 5. PKB they have given you here, PKB is 5.699. Now see what is this salt by base. They have given you, consider a weak base B, X milliliter of this with this molarity and this with this molarity. Weak base B are mixed together. Acha. There is HCl and weak base B. Okay? Weak base B has molarity of 0.02 with this much liters. So its number of moles will be 0.02 into X. Here also it will be 0.02 X. Sorry, Y. HCl is X and base is Y. Hai na? Base is Y, so this will be 0.02 Y. Now see this thing here, how much amount of salt will be formed? How much amount of salt will be formed? Tell me, how much amount of salt will be formed? If you see this here, this is the weak base, this is the strong acid, right? So what we can say, the amount of strong acid that you have, that will form the salt here, that is 0.02x. And how much amount of base will be left behind? This much base minus this much of acid will react, so it will be this much amount that will be left with. 0.002 will be cancelled and here you will have 0.699. This will be log of x by y minus x. This is the first equation that you will have. Second equation is that B are mixed together to make 100 milliliter. That means x plus y is given to be 100 milliliter. Okay, this is the second equation. You just need to solve first and second equation and you will have your answer here. Right? Okay, everybody? Done? Acha. Let's see the next one here. Okay. Let's see. 2 questions we are left with. Right? Okay, let's see those 2 questions here. See. Wait a minute. This question we are left with. This question, yes. Done it. Okay. Chalo. Let's see. They have given you some reaction here. This is, if you see, this is a statement based question based on mechanism. So this also is a very interesting question. And you know, usually they don't ask you statement based question and all. A statement based question they ask you, but from mechanism they don't ask you these kind of questions, right? So what you have here you have peroxide in HBr. So this will follow anti-Markovnikov rule. Okay? Anti-Markovnikov rule is formed. So we can say, consider the above reaction anti-Markovnikov. They say the reaction proceeds to more stable radical intermediate. That is absolutely correct. This is through free radical mechanism because of this peroxide here. The role of peroxide is to generate H free radical? No. It generates Br free radical here. This is the role of this peroxide. During this reaction, benzene is formed? Yes, that is correct. If you have seen the mechanism, after that what will happen? It will accept H free radical and it will form H here, it will form benzene. 1-bromo-2-phenylethane is formed as minor product. See, minor product, what will be the minor product? Major product will be negative part attached to more number of hydrogen. Minor will be negative part attached here. That is nothing but, if I say this is 1, this is 2, so it will be 1-bromo-2-phenyl. I'll take it from here. 1-bromo-2-phenylethane. No, this is not 1-bromo-1-phenylethane is becoming as a minor product. Minor product means opposite of anti-Markovnikov, that means negative part attached to less number. So that is not true. It is the product that will be formed here. This is the thing that will be formed and that we don't have here. Okay? Here, if you see, the major product will be PH, CH, CH2Br. This is a major product. and minor product, this will be major, and minor product will be pH, CH, CH3, this will be Br. This is a minor, so this is not correct. The same reaction in absence of peroxide proceeds via carbocation, that is true. HBr without peroxide, if you add, that will proceed towards carbocation. So answer will be correct is A, C and D. A, C and D. Third is the correct answer here. Okay? So last question of today we have here, that is given below are two statements. Now this is, so when I saw this question, even I was like, okay, right? Because qualitative quantitative analysis, they are asking you that to this level of question, that means things are getting serious, okay? Things are very serious, so you need to prepare really well for your April attempt. You can't just do, okay, random questions. You can see the samples here, and I have picked only 35 questions here from all the shifts, top 35 questions. There are other questions as well. They're extremely good, right? So that is why you need to it's a wake up call for you guys, right? You need to wake up and study now, right? So Gris Alosvate test is used for the detection of nitrite ion, that is correct. It is used for nitrite ion. Acha. Now see one thing, what exactly happens here. You have here sulfanic acid, right? Okay, usually this kind of thing is there, or some derivative of this nitrogen is there, aniline is there, and here you have this alpha naphthylamine. Okay, test used for detection of nitrite ion, which involves the sulfanic acid, and this, that is true, right? In the above test, sulfanic acid is diazotized by the acidified nitrate ion, that is also true, right? Here you will have NH2 or some derivative of that, it will be diazotized, which on further coupling with alpha, see what will happen, it will be diazotized and it will be N2, it will couple with this one, right? Forms azo dye, and this azo dye, it will form red color of azo dye. Red azo dye, pink to red azo dye will be formed. Okay, so answer is both the statements are true here. Okay, so this question, I feel like this was a very good question, right? So you can see this for yourself. You really need to wake up now, because things are getting serious, right? And you can't take things very lightly in chemistry for now, right? Because till now you were like, okay, chemistry was coming out to be easy, and we were like, okay, we'll do chemistry in the end. But now things are getting serious, and that is the reason you can see the proof also over here, right? And that's why I'm advising you, start preparing for your April attempt now onwards. You don't have time, right? Simultaneously with boards, prepare for your JEE Advanced and April attempt, both of it, right? Okay, done. Chalo. Okay. This question you are saying, na, this question actually I assumed it ABCD. Just tell me what is the answer key that is given to you. Okay, what is the answer key? Because according to, if I assume this A, B, C, D, if I assume this as A, this as B, this as C, this as D, then this is coming out to be the answer, right? But you again have to tell me what is the answer key for this one. Okay, okay, we'll see if to challenge this or not, right? Okay, chal. Okay then guys, I'll see you all in the next class. Till then, bye-bye, take care. And before going, just see it over here, right? What you have here, wait a minute. What you have here, in the description box, your JEE Mains, this, wait a minute. If you see this over here, wait a minute. So if you see this, Eklavya JEE Advanced batch is live now. You can click it over here and you will see it is available at 5,999 only, at 65% off is there. And practice sessions, theory classes taken, replays of the live sessions, your JEE Accelerator book for this JEE Advance, everything will be provided to you. If you want it to delivered at your home, then it will cost you 6,999. If you want it to have PDF form, then it will cost you 5,999. I would advise this one because PDF, like soft copy and hard copy, I will always prefer hard copy over soft copy, so that you can, relax your eyes as well, right? Okay, so that was for today, and I'll see you all in the next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, bye bye.